Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome back to Off-Road Outlaws, and in this video we're going to be doing a mall crawler build challenge. So we're going to build a functional Jeep and then we're going to build another Jeep that is like completely and totally mall crawlered out, and we're going to see what it's like. So this is going to be interesting because the first thing that we're going to do with this Jeep is like I want similar tire size and suspension height for both Jeeps, but I also want, I want to just max everything out in terms of engine and power and grip and stuff like that. But, weight reduction. But at the end of the day, there are going to be a few key differences between both of these builds. And I think you guys will, will see why there's some key differences between both of these builds, because there kind of needs to be. So suspension-wise, we're going to go with a Solid Axle Pro under just the functional Jeep, and you'll see why. Solid Axle Pro front and Solid Axle Pro rear, and once we've got those installed, which we do, we're going to go ahead and give them a mild tune. So let's go to the rear as well and upgrade that all the way. We'll put the axis width to about 0.5. 0.5 seems about good. I think 0.5 is enough to say, yeah, I mean, it's built, but it's not like super crazy. So 0.5, and then from there, we're going to go travel-wise, we're probably going to go up to about a 0.55 front and rear. So that'll give us, I feel like if I'm looking at this from a realistic, kind of perspective, that's definitely, that's the equivalent to a lot of lift. It's actually a crap ton of lift. And let's see. Axle type, we've already done all that stuff. Stiffness, shock size, shocks, that can all be done later. Shock size, I'm going to bring up to like a 1.7, I think, because I don't want to make them too big, but at the same time, I don't want to make them like cartoonishly small either. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. And then we'll go back and we'll do wheels and tires, because I want to get all of that sorted out like right off the bat so we know exactly what we're working with. And let's see, wheel radius. Oh, this is going to have to be upgraded all the way too. We'll go back to the front, wheel radius, and radius is not going to go up too much, probably up to a 1.2. Width is what's going to go up, because we need the width to be able to there's so much more that you can get out of wider tires than just like mildly taller tires. Well, that's debatable, but let's see, 1.4 and radius is a 1.2. So, I'm looking at this and I kind of want to bring the suspension down, but at the same time, I don't want to bring the suspension down. I'm like kind of in this weird, I don't know. I'm looking at it and I'm like, if we bring the suspension down a little bit, just a little bit. I mean, we have, let's do, what was that, 0.47? We have the ability to do that. We have the fender clearance to do that too. So I think I might do that actually, because that gives the Jeep a much more, I don't know, it gives it a really cool look. And this isn't going to be, like I said, we're not going to do a ton with accessories. That'll be saved for the mall crawler. But we're going to take this thing out and test it and see how it does kind of in relation to like just how a basic setup, like a super basic setup would be. So we'll go to the rock park, because that's kind of the idea that I'm looking for here, is like something that does really well on the rocks, but is also like this Jeep, I would see, like, I could see this driving down the road, you know what I mean? It's not like some sort of crazy built crawler. Oh my god, it's a little bouncy. So now, remember, we haven't tuned the dampening or anything like that, but wow, it's awesome. It does a really good job of just kind of like either just bouncing up obstacles or just kind of walking over stuff. And the big tires help with that more than the lift does. I mean, the lift helps some, but it doesn't help to the level that the big tires do. I mean, really, big tires give you a lot more lift than you might think. Oh, let's see how it does over the rock bridge. Let's see if it has the ability to do the rock bridge. Oh, I hate the rock bridge. It's just, the rock bridge is just annoying, because you get, like, even a little bit of the ways up it, and it's like, oh yeah, sorry. Oh, can we make this? I don't think so. It's like so steep, and it's so muddy that I don't know if I want to mess with it. Let's go back to follow cam just for now. I wish that drive shaft was beefier. Like, it looks like it's gonna snap. It genuinely looks like it's gonna snap. Slowly working my way. Oh god, if I bounce this thing too much, it will go over. Oh, come on! Yeah, it had kind of had it at that point. I do want to climb up that rock pile, though. Like, that particular one is really fun. Love having a handbrake on my Jeep. Like, it really, not even just my Jeep, but like any of my vehicles in this game, I love having that handbrake as an option because you can just like, it changes the dynamic of what you're doing. Like, it changes the dynamic of what you can do, and it changes like, the idea of camera angles. I say camera angles, you know, to pretty much whatever you want. Let's go. Oh god. Honestly, sometimes high range with keeping the RPMs low works just as well, if not better, than low range. It just depends on what kind of an obstacle you're dealing with. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh god. Oh god, no! Well, I mean, like, the flip was a win, but everything else was not. So we're going to go ahead and now buy our second Jeep and build it into a mall crawler. And this one is going to be... This one's going to be interesting. This one's going to be bad. It's going to be, most likely really ugly. It's going to be the equivalent of Jeep Rice. And, alright, so, first up with the mall crawler Jeep, it's going to get the same, like, all the power and stuff like that, but I don't think it'll be able to use it quite as well, because keep in mind the fact that, you know, it's not going to have any sort of the same setup. So, tuning-wise, we'll set it up fairly similar suspension-wise, but let's see. Solid Axle Pro, front and rear. Oh, God, not trophy. There we go. And then we'll go back and we'll do a little bit of the tuning, but we're going to go ahead and max that out real quick so it's all ready to go and we don't have to touch it again. But since this is a mall crawler, the axis width is going to be wider. It is definitely going to be wider. It's going to go to a 0.8. Let's see. 0.8 in the back. And, let's see. Shock size is going to be, like, super overblown. Like, silly big. Absolutely silly big. And then, let's see. Stiffness is probably going to be all the way up because mall crawlers don't know how to tune their suspension. And then from there, travel, it'll be up well, actually, it'll be up more than it needs to be because, you know, you need all of that suspension travel for, you know, driving around that mall parking lot. It's very, very important. We might even need more. We'll have to see on that one. We might even need more. Let's see, wheels and tires now. Wheel size. Wheel size. That is the question, right? All the way up, front and, well, actually, yeah, front and rear, because it's necessary. 100. If you want ultimate mall crawler points, you need to have the biggest rims in the world. Not quite, but still. All right, let's see. Wheel width, they're gonna be silly wide because they have to be. They absolutely have to be. And well, wait, what are they in the front? They're like oh no, they are maximum width in the front. Okay, let's see. Rear radius. What's the front radius? 1.3. Okay, so 1.3. Yes, definitely starting to look like more of a mall crawler. It's definitely starting to fit the idea more. So we'll go back to our customization now, and we'll go for, let's see. God, what looks like a street wheel? Those look like street wheels. Yeah, those look enough like street wheels. Now, let's see, though. Let's see if they will actually... Oh, they will change color properly. Okay, so... God, we need something like... We need something that's bright, but at the same time... Let's see, what's the bead color? Well, I mean, the bead color usually... I mean, again, it's just going to be that outside lip of the wheel. Or if you have a beadlock wheel, then it's going to be, like, right at the beadlock. But, like, these... these wheels don't really have that, so... Let's see. Front... And spoke color and bead color. It just looks so bad. It genuinely looks so bad. Oh my god, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Oh, god, it's so ugly. Oh. Paint is gonna be... What even should the paint be? I mean, like, that red maybe, but still just doesn't look right. Let's see. Oh, God. We can do, like, any number of... Oh, God. That's disgusting. Oh. Let's see. Yo, that's so weird. We can even change the color of the digital camo. That gets into, like, a whole another level. But remember, it is a mall crawler. And it needs to be treated as such. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I think at some point you definitely... Oh, but we need to color match, though, with our wheels. Because any good mall crawler knows you need to be at least moderately color matched with your wheels. Otherwise, you're not a real mall crawler. Is that close-ish? Sort of close-ish. I mean, close-ish enough. We need some street tires on these massive wheels, though. Those aren't street tires, but at the same time, we don't really have any option to use street tires. So I guess the Baja Claws are going to have to do. I mean, there's no other, there's not really any other option we can use. But there is our mall crawler. There is our functional Jeep. You can see that one, well, until I washed it, one had dirt on it. And now it's time to take the mall crawler out and see how it drives in comparison. Now, I'm sure that... Oh, I completely forgot that I even manual swapped this Jeep. It's really tricky to use manual since I'm playing on PC with a keyboard. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. They're like, well, why don't you use, like... Why don't you use the, why don't you use manual mode? And, I prefer manual mode, but it's so weird using it on, like, with a keyboard and mouse since I play on a PC emulator. It's very, very... very tricky. Alright. Oh my god. Oh, that stiff suspension. It might be great for mall parking lots, but it sucks for... it sucks for actual use. Like, we already ended up on our roof. It's just so bad. Oh my god. What the... Well, I guess it's good at flips. Holy... Well... Oh, God, it can't keep the front end on the ground! What the... This thing is horrible, but it's, like, horrible in the best way possible. Yo, it almost... Actually, I bet you it would. What the... Would you stop? I bet you it would. I bet you it would do a backflip off of that ledge. Go, go, go! Oh, yes! Oh, actually, overflipped. I need to land that. If I don't do anything else in this thing, I need to at least do that, because... Wait, where is it? Over there? I guess. No? Really, any ledge it would probably do it off of. Oh my god! Super stiff suspension is dumb on a Jeep. It's really dumb on a Jeep. Yeah, no, well, I mean, I feel like the result of that and the outcome of it is pretty obvious. Like, that the less lifted you know, smaller wheel, smaller tire Jeep does better in terms of actual, like, functional off-roading. But the mall crawler Jeep is kind of hilarious, albeit kind of silly, but it was still kind of fun to build both and kind of compare them. But I think that, like, I think the real challenge would be if you were to take a mall crawler and leave all the mall crawler stuff on it, but try to make it functional. That would be the challenge. But if you guys enjoyed this side-by-side build in Off-Road Outlaws, don't forget to leave me a like. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later.